Hey everyone, it's your friend Thinknoodles, and welcome back to Ask Think for July 2018. And guys, it's crazy hot out there. I don't know about you guys. Well, actually, most of the U.S. is under an extreme heat wave for like the next week. I mean, it's good because it's 4th of July coming and everything, but also like it's really, really hot. And I know in the UK, you guys have been having a heat wave as well, based on my friend's tweets. But I've been having to take Kopi out in the morning because it's just too much for her, and not even just her, too much for me. Anyway, guys, last month I asked you if you had $100, what would you do with it? And SMJ Super Mario Jeffy / I am Super Mario GD. So if I had $100, I would buy some Robux and awesomely become rich. And well, that wouldn't buy you a ton of Robux. I mean, I think what was it, like 10,000, I think. But, which is a lot, don't get me wrong. But if you remember the LinkMon99 video that I made, or the video I made with him, he only spent a few $100s in Robux, probably less than $500. And ended up with all of the trades he has made over the years becoming like, well, other than Roblox themselves, the richest player in all of Roblox. So he's got things worth millions of Robux, and he started with only a few $100s worth. So you could be the next richest player in Roblox if you invest your time into trading. So I believe it. Swap the Flop, who had a very common answer. It was V-Bucks, because why not? But he added Fortnite forever! Change LM or IM 229 says, buy $100. I would probably spend it on games and gift cards. The two games would be my lovely derpy Goat Simulator and WWE 2018. And 2 gift cards would be Xbox Gold and YouTube, so I don't watch any ads to watch. You're in Dan's videos, Noodle on. Oh, that's sweet. And I would say, like, if you added it all up, it's probably exactly $100. Nicely done. Dragon Dave says, I would spend my 100 on the new Super Smash Bros. Coming out December for Nintendo Switch plus candy. Yeah, man, I am so excited for that game, and so many people are. I mean, I have not played Smash in so long. And it looks good. They've teased it and hyped it so much that I feel like Nintendo knows this is going to be a really good game, and they would not tease it like this if it wasn't. Randomly Anonymous says, if I had $100, I would spend it on Thinknoodles merch. Yes, I love it. Thank you. William Thompson said, I would spend my $100 on chapstick and iTunes gift cards. So I read this one and I was like, okay, so was he just like sitting at home and like he's about to type and he's like, oh gosh, my lips are dry. You know, if I had some money, I'd go buy some chapstick. Oh, I'll just put that in there. Or do you just like to, like, I had friends who like, they were weird. Not saying you're weird. I'm not. I'm just saying, like, I thought it was weird that they liked to eat chapstick. Like they would put it on their lips and then like take a bite. And I thought, it's not good for you. So is that, I don't know. But chapstick and iTunes gift cards, there you go. Geeky Game says, if I had $100, I would give it to a random homeless person. Sharing with those who need is what's cool. And that's great. And I saw a ton of people put this in here. Some people said, you know, if I had $100, you know, I have everything I need. Some people have nothing that they need, and I would give it to, I would donate it. So that's amazing. To all of you guys who said that's so great. Now, before we get to the questions for me, I do want to remind you to leave your question in the comments below so I can have something to answer in the next episode. Remember, only one question. I tried to do it fast. Remember, only one question per comment. You can leave as many comments as you like. Also, if the comments on this Ask Thing are closed, go to the most recent Ask Thing and ask a question there. Now, on to the questions, and the first one is from Maddie McAllister, and it says, what has happened to you? You're not showing your face anymore. I used to be a big fan. You changed. I think I'm going to go see Dan TDM. And it's weird because this person also said, why does Think never show his face anymore? And, you know, as far as I remember, it's not been a thing. I think you guys are thinking of somebody else's channel. It's not like I used to make all these face cam videos and then one day I'm like, not anymore. No, I just never had anything. It was just the gameplay in the background and my voice. And now I had animojis, and now I got memojis, which actually brings up the next question from Linkling, and it says, are you going to switch from Animoji to the new memoji? It would be a step in the transition to a webcam. And Kitty Gamer MC said, I would love that so much more. I don't really care too much for the animals. And yes, here. And it looks like me, and I saw a lot of comments on the video that I made when I made the memoji. A lot of people said that it was sort of like, oh, we got the animojis, we got his expressions, you know, he can wink, I can, you know, twist my head, and it mirrors that. And people said, oh, you know, moving to this, it looks more like him. It is that next step to almost webcam. Or face cam, and it is really accurate. I think you guys, a lot of you guys probably saw Dan's video on it over the weekend, and you saw Dan's face cam while he was looking at his phone, and you could see anything that he did with his face was very closely mirrored by the emoji. So you're right, it is very close, and yes, obviously, you're doing this. Dark Steve 77 asks, hey, Think, here's a question. When will you play Roblox Island Royale again? There are so many updates you've missed. Well, I'm playing it right now in the background, so I took your advice. When I'm recording the voice part of this, though, I actually haven't played it yet, so I don't know what those updates are, but I'm trusting you that they're exciting. Anna Pratt asks, why don't you keep track of how many Ask Thinks you've done anymore? Because you used to always write like Ask Think 157 or whatever the number was. I was curious to know, because this has to be like your 400th or something. Well, I stopped because when I put Ask Think 157, people who are new to the channel, they see that and they're like, yeah, I'm new here. I'm not going to watch 156 episodes. And it seems like it's a series and I don't want to, you know, jump in 157 episodes and not know what's going on. And as you guys know, if you watch this other than the question for last month, they are really, you don't have to be watching in order at all. But people might think that. So that's why I took it off. However, I do keep them in a playlist. And this one will be Ask Think number 198. Spooderman Gaming says, Justin, aka Thinknoodles, how did you survive being the short kid with asthma? I'm also a short kid with asthma and I'm being emotionally bullied. Did you have any tips about surviving junior high? Okay, so yes. Well, one of the ways that I did is that I had a very tight-knit group of friends. And there was Jody, Jeremy, Justin, Jason, and Adam. Yes, there were 4 J's and 1 A. Sorry. But yeah, so there were 5 of us, me and 4 other guys, and we were very, very tight. We were always at each other's houses. Anytime that we were in between classes or lunch break, we were hanging out. And, you know, I guess we would play tennis, we would roughhouse too, like, you know, I mean, they would beat up on me a little bit, but it was all in fun. Like, it was not like actually beating me up. It was like putting me in a headlock and, you know, we'd punch each other in the arm, just like boys being boys. So that was one way, because I was with this group of friends together. So no one could really be like, oh, look at the little guy, because I had my 4 friends and, you know, and they would be like, hey, don't pick on him. So it wouldn't work like that. When I wasn't with them, you know, what I really used was my sense of humor. And my positive outlook on life, but mostly I would open myself up. And I know this is hard. I know this is a hard thing to do, but to, you know, to be funny. That's just like, I guess it was a defense mechanism back then. That, you know, if I wanted to. Yes, I knew I was a little guy and wasn't great at sports or anything like that, but, you know, people would see and they, oh yeah, he's a little guy, but that dude is so funny. So I was that guy where not like a class clown, like, you know, throwing things on my head and things like that, but I had a really good sense of humor, and I always kept that and kept things light, and people seem to enjoy that. So maybe that can help you. Claire Bear M says, question for Think. I think I'm 15 years old and I'm thinking about taking the driver's test for my learner's permit. I'm extremely afraid I'm going to fail it and not want to take it again. So my question is, did you pass your permit test the first time? Thanks and love your videos. Yes, I did. Now, when I took it, and in the state I took it, and I don't know if it's different in other places or now, the driver's test for the learner's permit was written only. And if that's the case, don't worry, you're gonna be fine, and I'll tell you why. First of all, do read the driver's manual, because there are things in it that you're not gonna know off the top of your head. But like the blood alcohol levels and things like that, things that are very technical, and they're gonna ask you, and you just need to memorize those numbers, okay? Read through the manual. You probably only need to read through it once, because most of the stuff on there, you already know, and you don't even know it. I know you're 15, you maybe, hopefully, if your parents are, you know, upstanding, they didn't let you drive because you didn't have a permit, but you know, let's just make the assumption that you've never driven before, but I guarantee you, you have sat in the front seat before, and over your 15 years in life, you have seen a road sign or two. You know what a yield sign looks like. You know what a stop sign looks like. You know what a speed limit sign. You know all of these things without having to study for it. And that's why I say you're not going to have any problem, because I think you have to get like an 80% on the test, and probably 60 or 70% of it is going to be stuff you already know. You know, it's embedded in your head. You're like, oh, red octagon. I know that's a stop sign. You know, it may even ask you, I remember questions on my driver's test. It was like, when you see a yellow light, what are you supposed to do? Speed up, you know, slow down, stop. Like, what are you supposed to do? And things like that, things you just like, oh, yeah. Okay. So don't worry about it. You're going to be fine. Don't be afraid. John Lawler asked, do you like pizza? If you do, what's your favorite topping? Yes, I live in New York, and if I didn't like or love pizza, I would totally be missing out. Pizza, New York pizza is amazing, and it's a big thing here. And for my New York pizza, other types of pizza, maybe I like toppings, but in New York, I just like a nice slice of cheese pizza. In fact, when you go into any pizza place in New York that serves New York pizza, and you walk in, and you say, because we buy by the slice here, you just walk in and go, hey, can I get a slice, right? They don't go, what do you want? You want pepperoni? Do you want, you want this? No, if you say I want a slice, they automatically assume you want a slice of cheese pizza, because that is the most popular, most common thing, and I love it. I do like just sprinkle maybe a little bit of garlic powder or garlic salt on it with some red peppers or something, but yeah, totally just cheese and tomato sauce. Oh, so good. Sushi Ninja 10 asked, when are you going to start that fan art project you mentioned around the time you got 3 million subs? Because I may or may not have already finished something for that like 2 months ago. Also, it's digital, not on paper, so can I just email it to you? Yeah, go ahead, email it to me. I've been working on it. It's the last piece of my office, and I've had to mock up a bunch of layouts on Photoshop because the things that I need only come in certain sizes, and my walls are only a certain size. So in order to get them to fit as well as possible for the most coverage possible, it takes a lot of like trying this and that and put this one there and then twist it. It's complicated. So soon, I promise, but you can go ahead and email me that if you like. Dylan Q says, when you were a kid and didn't have technology, what did you do fun? First of all, how old do you think I am? I mean, okay, I was born in the 20th century, but it's not like we didn't have technology, okay? We didn't have as much, but there was technology. I had a computer for as long as I can remember. I had a game console for as long as I can remember. It was an Atari 2600, but it was still a game console, okay? So we did have technology when I was a kid. So I'm not like born in 1852 or something. So anyway, I know what you mean, because when I was a kid, computers or games on computers and games on consoles weren't that great. Okay, they were fun, but they didn't hold your attention for hours at a time like they do now. So yes, you're right. We did other things, and we played in the yard. We tried to play sports, like had a basketball hoop in my front yard. We played with that. But a lot of what I did is, especially when I was probably around, from 5 or 6 years old until I was like 10, before we moved to Indonesia, I rode my bike a lot around the neighborhood with my friends, a lot, every day, guaranteed. And, I remember So like I said, I wasn't the only one. All kids were like that. In the afternoon after school, we would go outside and, that's just what we did. And so we knew that other people would be outside. And I remember this one time that I was, I was riding, I just got a new bike and I was with a couple of my friends. And I was like, I don't remember their names, but there was this, there was girls like maybe like 6 blocks away, 5-6 blocks away. And we knew that they'd come home from school. They were going to be outside. And I was like, let's go like show off, right? I got this new bike. This is going to be amazing. Like they're going to be like, oh my God, he's so cool. He's got a new bike. So yeah, we get on our bikes and we're riding over there. I was like, okay guys, so what we're going to do, we're going to go together. As soon as we come around the corner, because that's where they were, just go as fast as you can. And don't even look at them like we're too cool to look at them, right? We're just going to go blazing by. They're like, oh my goodness, look at those guys. They're on all these fancy bikes. So yeah, so we did that, right? And came around the corner and really laid into my pedals. And apparently when I put my bike together, I didn't screw the pedals in correctly or far enough. I don't know. But all I know is right as we went past their house, my left pedal fell off. Like my foot, like I was pushing down and then all of a sudden like that. And my foot hit the ground, right? Because I was pushing on the pedal and my pedal pop behind us. And I like stumble. And then I'm like, oh, I didn't fall. So this is the one good thing that happened. I didn't fall. So then I'm like pedaling away with one leg, right? And I'm thinking, oh, that was so embarrassing, right? And then I realized, oh, I gotta go back and get my pedal. My friends are gone. And so I had to turn around and like tail between my legs, slowly on one leg, ride my bike over there, and then, get off my bike, pick up the pedal, and then bike away with because I didn't know how to put it back on. I was like 8 years old. How am I gonna put this back on? I have to have my dad. And pedal away with one pedal, and oh my goodness, well, I'm sure I've been embarrassed other ways in my life, but at that point in my life, that was the most embarrassing thing that ever had happened to me. Whew, gosh. Chasey J asks, if you lived in New York, why did you even buy a car? Well, my wife works in New Jersey, so in order for her to get to the hospital every day, it is easier for us to have a car. Dan's Pants 88 says, my question is, I know you and Dan and James are great friends, but is Rochelle considered as their Dan and James friend? Well, I've never met James in real life, and I don't think Dan has either. But anyway, since I haven't met in real life, Rochelle hasn't either, so they're not really friends. But Dan and Gemma have met us a number of times and met with my wife, and Rochelle and Dan and Gemma all know each other and are all good friends. Storm Pizza asks, why doesn't your wife do videos anymore? She stopped for 4 or 5 months. Well, the reason being, one is Pokemon Brick Bronze is gone. But 2, she's gotten really busy at work. When she was making videos last summer, she was just starting her practice, didn't have a lot of patience, so she had a little bit of extra free time, and she used that to make videos for you guys. Now she spends a lot more time at the hospital. And don't get me wrong, she did then too. But she spends more time at the hospital, and her patients need her because she has more of them. And that just takes up more time in her day. That doesn't mean she's never going to make videos anymore. I guarantee you she will again. The real Mr. Awesome 10 asks, do you eat instant ramen? Yes, I do. Obviously, I prefer fresh ramen, but there is one type of ramen that I absolutely love, instant ramen. It is the Indomie mee goreng. Oh, so good. Noah Rogers asks, what is a book or movie that makes you cry or get emotional? Pretty much any movie in which an animal gets hurt, gets old, gets killed, gets lost, or they have the animal and then they're like, you go, just go now, and they send the animal back in the wilderness. Just anything, anything like that. Bawling. Tanner Titanium asks, my question is, what was your report card like? Did you get A's, B's, or C's? Okay, so that question works in the context of my school career from when I was, in first grade up until high school, right? A's, B's, or C's. When I was in elementary school, middle school, I got very good grades, A's and B's. When I got into my junior year in high school, I had taken really advanced classes abroad. When I came back to the US, I'd done everything. The classes were super easy, and so they didn't interest me very much. They didn't challenge me. So I would just say, I don't have to study. I don't need to do homework. I know this stuff. And of course, homework's 10% of your grade. So automatically, even if I got 100% of everything else, I'm already down at a B. So you get the idea. It slipped to B's and C's at the end of high school. When I got to college, this question no longer applies because you didn't put any other letters there. If you know what I mean, when I started college, I was not getting A's, B's, or C's. But as college went on, I got refocused. I knew what I wanted, and I was able to pick my classes, my electives, like ray tracing, animation, operating system design, compiler design. These are all programming things. Network mapping and administration. Those things really interested me, and I got A's in all of those at the end of my college career. Firebot309 asks, have you been to the UK? And if you haven't, are you planning to go? Yes, we have. It's been a couple of years now, and we do have plans. Well, we don't have plans, hard plans yet, but we do have an invitation to come back to see a friend. Morgan Crabtree asks, are you left-handed or right-handed? I'm ambidextrous. Well, I am left-handed as far as writing, as far as brushing my teeth, eating. But just about anything else I do right-handed. And I say eating, but that's actually not true. If I eat with a fork, I eat with my left hand. If I eat with chopsticks, I use my right hand. I'm right-handed with a mouse. I'm right-handed when I throw. I'm right-handed when I bat. Right-footed. But yeah, there are, I guess the more, that's why it's really hard. I mean, I'm not ambidextrous. It's not like I can write with my left hand and my right hand. If I try and write with my right hand, it looks like a 3-year-old. And when I write with my left hand, it looks like a 9-year-old. I have terrible penmanship. I don't write things much anymore, but I guess, you'd have to say I'm left-handed because I write with my left hand. Nova Queen asks, question for next month, would you ever go on tour or do just meet and greets? I love your dog, by the way. I love her too. But yeah, I mean, I would love to go on tour if I had an idea for a show that was any good. Yeah, meet and greets. I would love to do more meet and greets with you guys. Bryden Penny asks, are you planning to have a cute little child? I'd love to know if you're going to Noodle on. Well, we sure aren't planning to have an ugly one. Does anybody ever plan for that? Yeah, I mean, we do. Yes, we are planning to have children. Yes, and we are planning to have them be cute. Core Studio asks, will you ever make a video of your intro or outro music? Because I really like it, and if I could hear the whole song, it'd be really cool. No, I don't have plans to do that, but if you go down in the description, it will say the name of the song and who it is by. Just copy and paste that into YouTube, and I guarantee you will find the video made by the person who makes the song, and you can listen to the whole thing there. I'm glad you love it, and I think, if you want to hear the whole song, you should listen to it from them, give them the views and all of that stuff, so go check it out. Sonic Gaming says, can you do more donating money to Roblox streamers sometime soon? I haven't thought about it. I know a lot of you guys enjoyed it. I really loved making it. But I'd have to find another sponsor who is willing to front that, because I spent a lot of money on that video, and without a sponsor, there's just no way I could do that on a continuing basis. But I will look for another sponsor if you guys want me to. John Longear says, hey, Think, what do you use to record? I use OBS, and I was wondering what you used. For me, I actually use an overcomplicated system with an Elgato HD60. I use 2 computers. I play on one, record on the other. But when I do streaming, I always use OBS. Mr. Giraffe Egg says, Think, you do know that Pokemon Go has the rest of Gen 2 legendaries in Gen 3, right? I know, yes. I know that now. I've been playing it a little bit more. I haven't recorded anything, but when they made the Pokemon Let's Go announcement and that it was going to be somewhat integrated with Pokemon Go, I was like, yeah, time to pick that up again. So I picked it up, and I did like a field research thing and like some challenge, and I got 7 days worth or something. And yeah, like Articuno showed up and I got Articuno. I was like, what? So yeah, there are legendaries. I think there's shinies as well, but I haven't caught one. Unmarked Gaming asks, why did you stop with Minecraft? And I don't know if you mean like in general or my All the Mods 3 series or what. As far as All the Mods 3, it got so grindy so fast that I really lost interest quickly. I haven't quit it, but I really need motivation to go back and continue that. As far as Minecraft in general, I'm waiting for I think it's in pre-release, the final release of the aquatic update to come out, and then hopefully I'll be able to launch season 3 of the Noodle Planet and get back into vanilla Minecraft. Hopefully. But yeah, you guys have lost a lot of interest in it. I've been playing it for so long that, other games have caught my attention and caught yours as well. Jay Goats asks, my question is, why don't you ever play Poptropica anymore? And for those of you guys who've been around a while, or even if not, you have seen that I used to make walkthroughs and Road to Captain Thinknoodles, like playthroughs, let's plays of Poptropica Islands, and I haven't made any recently. And the reason for that is it's not because I don't love Poptropica, and Poptropica, while Club Penguin started my channel, Poptropica is what helped it become popular more than anything, actually. And so I love Poptropica, and the reason I haven't played is because there are no new islands. I've played all of the islands. I mean, they've done remastered versions of older islands, but they're 99% the same. So I'm just waiting for new content, and as soon as it's out, I will play it. Melon Shark asks, you know that feeling when your phone falls on your face in bed? Yes, I don't understand. Like, it's not like my phone is super heavy, but it's just weird. Like you're just you're looking at something, and it like somehow, and it's always a twist. There's always a twist involved. A twist out of your head and whack right into your forehead. Luke Skywalker asks, do you like peanut butter and mustard sandwich? I love it. Oh, no. Those two things don't go together, Luke. Come on, man. Come on. All right, that's it for this episode of Ask Thinknoodles. If you enjoyed it, go ahead and pick up those chopsticks and poke that like button as hard as you can. And also, don't forget to post your question in the comments below so I can have something fun to answer in the next episode. And please do become a Noodler today and subscribe. And don't forget to tap the bell. I'll see you guys again soon. Thanks for watching. And of course, Noodle Line.